Diabetes. It's a word we hear often, but what does it truly mean? For millions worldwide, it's a daily reality. Diabetes is a global health crisis, affecting people of all ages, backgrounds, and walks of life. This isn't just a disease, it's a silent epidemic. Imagine this: you're going about your day, you feel fine. What you don't realize is that inside your body, a silent battle is being waged. Diabetes doesn't discriminate. It affects people of all ages, races, and socioeconomic backgrounds. From bustling cities to remote villages, diabetes has become a household name, often accompanied by fear and uncertainty. We've all been touched by this disease in some way. Perhaps you have a loved one living with diabetes. You witness their daily struggles, their constant need to monitor blood sugar levels, and the fear of complications always looming. The global rise of diabetes affects us all. It strains healthcare systems, drives up healthcare costs, and impacts productivity and economic growth. The global diabetes epidemic is a complex issue, but it's not insurmountable. The first step in tackling this crisis is understanding its urgency. Diabetes is not a disease that can be ignored. It's a chronic condition that demands our immediate attention. Why the urgency? Because the longer we wait, the worse the situation becomes. With each passing day, more people are diagnosed with diabetes. More people suffer from its debilitating complications. We need to act now, not only for ourselves but for future generations. We need to educate ourselves and our children about the risks of diabetes and the importance of prevention. Diabetes is not just a word. It's a word that carries weight, often shrouded in mystery and misconception. But understanding this condition is the first step in effectively addressing it. So what exactly is diabetes? In simple terms, it's a metabolic disorder that affects how our bodies use glucose, our primary source of energy. Think of glucose as the fuel that powers our cells. However, in diabetes, this delicate balance is disrupted. Glucose and insulin are the key players when it comes to diabetes. To fully grasp diabetes, we need to delve deeper into the roles of glucose and insulin. Imagine glucose as tiny energy packages circulating in our bloodstream, ready to fuel our cells. Insulin, on the other hand, is the key that unlocks the cellular doors, allowing glucose to enter and do its job. When we eat, especially foods high in carbohydrates, our blood glucose levels rise. This rise signals the pancreas to release insulin. However, in diabetes, this well-orchestrated process goes awry. Understanding the variations of diabetes, different types but same enemy. Diabetes isn't a one-size-fits-all condition. It manifests in different forms, each with its own unique characteristics and challenges. The most common types are type 1, type 2, and gestational diabetes, each arising from a different interplay of factors. Type 1 diabetes, often diagnosed in childhood or adolescence, is an autoimmune disease. In this case, the body's immune system mistakenly attacks and destroys the insulin-producing cells in the pancreas. As a result, the body can't produce insulin, requiring lifelong insulin therapy to manage blood sugar levels. Let's take a closer look at type 1 and type 2 diabetes. Let's delve deeper into the two most common types of diabetes, type 1 and type 2. Understanding their differences is crucial for effective prevention and management. Type 1 diabetes, often referred to as juvenile diabetes, is an autoimmune disorder where the body's immune system mistakenly attacks the beta cells in the pancreas, which are responsible for producing insulin. This attack leaves the body incapable of producing insulin, making it essential for individuals with type 1 diabetes to rely on external insulin injections or pumps to regulate their blood sugar levels. The exact cause of this autoimmune response remains unknown, but genetic predisposition and environmental factors are believed to play a role. We live in a world where food is abundant, and for many, it's a source of great pleasure. However, this abundance has a downside: a global obesity crisis. And with it comes a surge in type 2 diabetes. Think about it. We're surrounded by processed foods, sugary drinks, and oversized portions. It's no wonder our bodies are struggling to keep up. Our bodies are designed for balance. When we consume more calories than we burn, especially from unhealthy sources, it disrupts this balance. Our world is changing at an unprecedented pace. Cities are expanding, Technology is advancing, and lifestyles are becoming increasingly sedentary. While these changes bring progress and convenience, they also come with a hidden cost, a decline in physical activity. Our bodies are designed for movement. Our ancestors walked, ran, and physically labored for survival. Today, our lifestyles are a stark contrast. We spend hours sitting at desks, commuting in cars, and relaxing in front of screens. This lack of physical activity has a profound impact on our metabolic health. Aging is a natural part of life. With each passing year, our bodies undergo changes that affect our overall health, including our risk of developing chronic conditions like type 2 diabetes. As we age, our bodies naturally lose muscle mass and gain fat. This shift in body composition can lead to insulin resistance, as muscle tissue is more metabolically active and plays a vital role in glucose uptake. Additionally, aging can affect the pancreas's ability to produce insulin effectively. Over time, the beta cells in the pancreas, responsible for insulin production, may become less efficient, leading to a decline in insulin secretion. Let's look at the code within: genetics and diabetes risk. Our genes hold the blueprint for who we are, influencing our physical characteristics, personality traits, and even our susceptibility to certain diseases. Diabetes is no exception. Family history plays a significant role in determining our risk of developing both type 1 and type 2 diabetes. If you have a close relative, such as a parent, sibling, or child with diabetes, your risk increases. This genetic predisposition stems from variations in our DNA that can affect insulin production, insulin sensitivity, and the body's ability to regulate blood sugar levels. But here is a global blind spot: lack of awareness and healthcare access. Diabetes is a global epidemic, affecting millions worldwide. However, access to healthcare, information, and resources varies greatly from country to country, and even within countries. In many parts of the world, particularly low-income countries, diabetes remains undiagnosed and untreated, leading to devastating consequences. Lack of awareness about diabetes symptoms, risk factors, and the importance of early detection is a major barrier to timely diagnosis and care. Many people attribute the early symptoms of diabetes, such as increased thirst, frequent urination, and fatigue, to other causes, delaying seeking medical attention. Now let's look at a silent thief: the insidious nature of diabetes complications. Imagine a thief in the night, silently stealing precious possessions while you sleep. This is how diabetes complications often develop, silently and progressively, often without noticeable symptoms until significant damage has occurred. Uncontrolled diabetes is like a slow-burning fire, gradually damaging blood vessels and nerves throughout the body. Over time, this damage can lead to a cascade of complications affecting various organs and systems. From the tiny blood vessels in your eyes and kidneys to the large arteries supplying your heart and brain, no part of the body is spared from the damaging effects of chronically elevated blood sugar levels. Imagine this: you step on a sharp object but barely feel it, or you experience a burning sensation in your feet, even when they're not touching anything. These are just a couple of the many ways nerve damage, also known as neuropathy, can manifest in people with diabetes. High blood sugar, over time, damages the delicate nerves throughout your body, particularly those in your extremities, like your feet and hands. This damage disrupts the nerve's ability to transmit signals effectively, leading to a range of sensory disturbances. Numbness, tingling, burning pain, and increased sensitivity to touch are common symptoms of diabetic neuropathy. In some cases, people may experience sharp shooting pains or muscle weakness. While these symptoms can be bothersome and affect quality of life, the most concerning aspect of neuropathy is its impact on safety. When you lose sensation in your feet, you're more likely to injure yourself without realizing it. A small cut or blister can quickly turn into a serious infection if left unnoticed due to numbness. Diabetic neuropathy is a leading cause of foot ulcers and amputations. The good news? Managing your blood sugar levels effectively, along with regular foot exams and proper foot care, can significantly reduce the risk of developing neuropathy and its devastating consequences. Our eyes are precious gifts, allowing us to experience the beauty of the world around us. Diabetes, however, threatens this precious sense, increasing the risk of various eye complications, including diabetic retinopathy, cataracts, and glaucoma. Diabetic retinopathy, the most common diabetes-related eye disease, occurs when high blood sugar damages the tiny blood vessels in the retina, the light-sensitive tissue at the back of the eye. These damaged blood vessels can leak fluid or bleed, distorting vision or creating blind spots. Imagine looking through a window with water droplets or smudges obstructing your view. That's what it can be like to have diabetic retinopathy. In its early stages, you may not notice any symptoms, but as it progresses, you may experience blurry vision, floaters, difficulty seeing at night, or even complete vision loss. Cataracts, another common eye complication, occur when the lens of your eye becomes cloudy, making it difficult to see clearly. Diabetes accelerates the formation of cataracts, leading to earlier onset and more rapid progression. Glaucoma, a condition that damages the optic nerve, the nerve that connects your eye to your brain, is also more common in people with diabetes. Protecting your vision starts with proactive eye care. Regular eye exams with an ophthalmologist or optometrist are crucial for detecting these complications early when treatment is most effective. The rhythmic beating of our hearts is a testament to the intricate workings of our cardiovascular system. Diabetes, however, poses a significant threat to this vital system, increasing the risk of heart disease, heart attack, stroke, and other cardiovascular complications. Think of your blood vessels as a network of highways transporting vital nutrients and oxygen throughout your body. High blood sugar acts like roadblocks and potholes on these highways, damaging the delicate inner lining of your blood vessels. This damage, known as atherosclerosis, narrows and hardens the arteries, restricting blood flow and increasing the risk of blood clots. When blood flow to the heart is blocked, it can lead to a heart attack. Similarly, when blood flow to the brain is interrupted, it can cause a stroke. People with diabetes are 2 to 4 times more likely to develop cardiovascular disease than those without diabetes. This increased risk is attributed to a combination of factors, including high blood sugar, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and increased inflammation, all of which are more common in individuals with diabetes. Managing your blood sugar levels, blood pressure, and cholesterol through a combination of lifestyle modifications and medications is crucial for reducing your risk of cardiovascular complications. A heavy burden: the economic and social impact of diabetes. Diabetes is not just a personal health crisis, it's a global epidemic with far-reaching economic and social consequences. The costs associated with diabetes are staggering, placing a significant burden on individuals, families, healthcare systems, and economies worldwide. Direct medical costs, including doctor's visits, hospitalizations, medications, and long-term care, represent a significant portion of the economic burden. Indirect costs, such as lost productivity due to disability or premature death, add to the overall impact. Imagine the financial strain on families struggling to afford insulin and other essential medications, often having to make difficult choices between their health and other basic needs. The emotional toll on individuals living with diabetes and their loved ones is immeasurable. The social impact of diabetes extends beyond healthcare costs. People with diabetes may face discrimination in employment, education, and social settings due to misconceptions and stigma surrounding the disease. Addressing the diabetes epidemic requires a multi-sectoral approach involving governments, healthcare providers, communities, and individuals. Investing in diabetes prevention programs, promoting healthy lifestyles, improving access to affordable care, and supporting research for better treatments are essential steps in mitigating the economic and social burden of this global health crisis. Taking charge, your toolkit for diabetes management. Living with diabetes requires a shift in mindset. It's about taking charge of your health, becoming an active participant in your own care, and embracing a lifestyle that supports blood sugar control. Think of it as assembling a toolkit, each element playing a crucial role in managing your condition and preventing complications. The first tool in your arsenal is knowledge. Understanding diabetes, its causes, effects, and management strategies empowers you to make informed decisions about your health. Knowledge is your compass, guiding you towards a healthier future. Next comes medication if needed. For some, especially those with type 1 diabetes or advanced type 2 diabetes, medication is essential for regulating blood sugar levels. Insulin injections or pumps, as well as oral medications, can be lifesavers, providing the support your body needs to function properly. However, medication is just one piece of the puzzle. Equally important are lifestyle modifications, including a healthy diet and regular exercise. These lifestyle changes are not about deprivation or drastic measures. They're about making sustainable choices that nourish your body, improve insulin sensitivity, and promote overall well-being. Remember, diabetes management is a lifelong journey, and it's unique to each individual. Working closely with your healthcare team, your doctor, nurse educator, registered dietitian, and other specialists is essential for developing a personalized plan that meets your specific needs and goals. Food as medicine, nourishing your body for optimal blood sugar control. The old adage "you are what you eat" rings especially true for people with diabetes. Food is not just about taste and pleasure. It's medicine that directly impacts your blood sugar levels and overall health. Making conscious food choices is essential for managing your condition and preventing complications. Think of your plate as a balanced equation. Carbohydrates, found in grains, fruits, and starchy vegetables, are the primary source of glucose, the sugar that fuels your body. However, not all carbs are created equal. Simple carbohydrates found in sugary drinks, processed foods, and refined grains are quickly absorbed into the bloodstream, causing rapid spikes in blood sugar. Complex carbohydrates, on the other hand, found in whole grains, legumes, and vegetables, are digested more slowly, providing a steady release of glucose into the bloodstream. Fiber, a type of carbohydrate found in plant-based foods, is your best friend when it comes to blood sugar control. Fiber acts like a sponge, slowing down glucose absorption and preventing those dreaded sugar spikes. Aim to fill half your plate with non-starchy vegetables, choose whole grains over refined grains, and incorporate legumes and lentils into your diet. Protein, found in meat, poultry, fish, beans, and tofu, is another essential nutrient that plays a supporting role in blood sugar management. Protein slows down digestion, promoting a gradual rise in blood sugar levels. Choose lean protein sources, limit red meat, and incorporate plant-based protein sources like beans, lentils, and tofu into your meals. Moving towards health. Exercise as a cornerstone of diabetes management. Imagine your body as a well-oiled machine, each part working in harmony to keep you running smoothly. Exercise is the spark that ignites this machine, improving insulin sensitivity, boosting energy levels, and promoting overall well-being. When you engage in physical activity, your muscles become more efficient at using glucose for fuel, even without relying heavily on insulin. This improved insulin sensitivity helps regulate blood sugar levels, reducing the risk of hyperglycemia. Exercise doesn't have to be strenuous or intimidating. Find activities you enjoy and that fit into your lifestyle. Brisk walking, swimming, cycling, dancing, gardening, any form of movement that gets your heart rate up and your muscles working is beneficial. Aim for at least 150 minutes of moderate intensity aerobic activity or 75 minutes of vigorous intensity aerobic activity per week, spread throughout the week. Additionally, incorporate strength training exercises at least twice a week to build muscle mass, further enhancing insulin sensitivity. Remember to consult with your doctor before starting any new exercise program, especially if you have any underlying health conditions or haven't been physically active in a while. Start slowly and gradually increase the intensity and duration of your workouts as your fitness level improves. There is still hope for a diabetes-free future. The global diabetes epidemic may seem like an insurmountable challenge, a relentless tide threatening to engulf our health and well-being. But amidst this challenge, there's hope. Scientists, researchers, and healthcare professionals around the world are working tirelessly to develop innovative treatments, improve prevention strategies, and ultimately, find a cure for this complex disease. Imagine a world where diabetes is no longer a life sentence, where the fear of complications fades, and where individuals can live long, healthy lives free from the burden of this chronic condition. This vision is what fuels the tireless efforts of those dedicated to turning the tide against diabetes. Advancements in technology, particularly in the field of artificial intelligence and machine learning, are paving the way for more personalized and effective diabetes management. Imagine a future where continuous glucose monitors provide real-time data, allowing for precise insulin delivery and automated blood sugar control, eliminating the need for constant finger pricks and manual adjustments. Stem cell therapy holds immense promise for regenerating damaged beta cells, the insulin-producing cells in the pancreas that are destroyed in type 1 diabetes. Imagine a day when a simple injection or infusion can restore insulin production, freeing individuals with type 1 diabetes from their dependence on external insulin. The journey towards a diabetes-free future requires a collective effort. Governments, healthcare providers, researchers, communities and individuals must work together to raise awareness, promote healthy lifestyles, improve access to care, and support groundbreaking research. We must empower individuals to take charge of their health, providing them with the knowledge, tools, and support they need to prevent, manage, and ultimately overcome this global health challenge. Thank you for watching. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay updated on health and wellness topics. Let's spread awareness and take action against diabetes. Thank you.